So this is our Thursday class. Hope you all have been doing well since I saw you last 2 weeks ago, and that, well, 2, 3, however long ago it was. Anyway, and have gotten through this first week with the transition to the virtual classes as smoothly as possible. Since our class is already a hybrid class, there wasn't too much to change. But I do want you to know, and I've stressed this multiple times, but I am still here for you as if we were in a seated class. So we'll do this meeting every week when we have class. I won't actually lecture on anything, but we'll go over a few of the topics, answer questions, and kind of discuss, so we still have some face-to-face interaction. If you didn't watch the informational video that I created, it is down here in this announcement from last week. Walks you through all the changes. I'm only going to go over a couple of things really fast, but do watch that. My office hours have changed a little bit. They're now posted here for you to see. So Thursdays specifically, I am available right before this class. And then even if our live meeting doesn't last for the entire class period, from 11 to 12:50, I'm dedicated to just you guys. So reach out to me, email, Microsoft Teams, invite me to a Zoom meeting if you want to do a face-to-face discussion. This phone number here is that phone number we discussed in class the last time we met. You can call or text that number and it comes through to my cell phone. So you can do that during office hours or during this class time. I am available. So do reach out to me with any questions. Don't feel like you're struggling through this by yourself. I'm still here for you. Also, if you go, you see this new menu item here, transition to a virtual classroom. This is where you can find a lot of information about how class is going to be held and your expectations. I do want to point out a change to student resources. I've posted some additional information. The Lab for Accounting Proficiency Lab, need to change that, is offering virtual sessions. So if you were going to LAP on North Campus and meeting with Mike, he's now doing it through Microsoft Teams. He's available Mondays from 2 to 5 and Tuesdays from 11 to 2. If you have any questions, you can email him. If you click here, it should open up in Microsoft Teams to allow you to join that team for asking him questions. So I encourage you to take advantage of this because this is accounting dedicated. This is for all of your accounting classes that you're taking. If you're taking 120, 121, you're taking payroll, you're taking QuickBooks, this tax class, anything, go to this and he'll be able to help you. In addition to that, the ILC is offering virtual options as well. As you'll see for South Campus, they're using Zoom, and you can click here to join it in Zoom. And these are the times that Lucy, if you guys have ever worked with Lucy in the past, she's back to help out. So she's great with accounting. You can make a 30-minute appointment with her, or you can join during these times on South. And then on North Campus, you need to email, tutoring, or call to schedule an appointment. And those are the times that are set aside for you for accounting on North Campus. So lots of great options still available to you for tutoring for anything accounting related. So on top of that, I'm here. So we're here, we're staying connected. In addition, I want to show you, and I'll be posting this, but the North and South Campus clubs accounting clubs have combined to make a virtual accounting club. And we're going to be holding our first meeting next Tuesday from 12 to 12:30 in Microsoft Teams. I believe I've added you all to this Microsoft team already. But Levita Joseph with Career and Employment Resources is going to be doing a 30-minute presentation on transitioning from college to career and how all experience counts and how to help you get that information together to make that transition. So you don't have to RSVP or anything, just log into Teams. And I'll show you the team. This is our team, which I showed you on the last Thursday we met, but this is the Virtual Accounting Club, and we have different channels. So the presentation channel will be where the presentation will actually occur. And then if you're normally a Southern Wake Campus Accounting Club, we have a channel if you want to connect with just Southern Accounting Club, and then Northern Accounting Club has their own channel as well. But we've combined for this semester to bring you some stuff. And so we'll do this every week or two for the rest of the semester in lieu of the face-to-face meetings. So that being said, I will show you. So this week we're covering chapter 5. So before class, you should have watched this little introduction video about what chapter 5 is about. There was this scavenger hunt here that was due to give you a chance to kind of look around the changes to the class and answer some questions. And then you were to read chapter 5, learning objectives 1 through 3 and 5 through 10. We'll not be doing learning objective 4. You completed the multiple choice assignment before class. So what we're doing today for class is you should watch the lecture videos. They're here. If you go down, you'll see video resources, and there's a link here to a YouTube video for each of the learning objectives. Broke them out so they're not as long, and you can go back and review just certain objectives if you're having trouble with them. But you'll watch the videos, you're attending the class, and then there is this attendance assignment in Cengage down here that you need to complete. And this is what the attendance assignment looks like. It's 7 self-study questions covering the topics that we are covering today. And you have until, this is open now for you to work on, but you need to submit it by 11:59 p.m. tonight to be counted as present for the seated part of this class. We still have the seated, and we still have the online attendance. So those assignments that are doing Wednesday nights are your online attendance assignments, and then you'll have something to do each Thursday to count as your seated attendance. So this is kind of how we would fill the rest of the class if we were actually meeting on Thursday, by working some of these problems. This is not for a grade, so if you get it wrong, don't stress too much. You still got to check my works, but don't stress. You know, this is kind of a review of the topics and counts as participation. So get that done by 11:59 p.m. or 11:55 p.m. tonight. Excuse me. So that is this week. If you look at our course calendar, you'll see the changes that have been made. So we're covering chapter 5 this week and next week. Next week, you originally had a holiday on the 9th, and we're going to keep that holiday. So we're not actually going to have any live classes next Thursday or any lecture videos to watch for next Thursday. So next Wednesday, you'll have the problems in the tax return to complete. And then on the 15th, you'll do the multiple choice, so that on the 16th, we'll meet live and you'll have the lecture videos for chapter 6. Everything's just kind of been pushed back a week. Then you'll have the quiz, chapter 7 lecture, final exam review, and then you guys should have all seen by now the semester has been moved back a week because you guys had an extra week off for spring break. So the final exam tax return and final exam multiple choice are the week of May 11th. And we'll talk more about those when we get closer to them. As far as this chapter 5 and 6 quiz, it'll open on Monday and close on Thursday, and you'll have any time you want to take it between then. But once you sit down and start it, you have to finish it in one sitting. And we'll talk more about that next Thursday, or excuse me, 2 Thursdays from now on the 16th. Let's see. So that is that folder. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with chapter 5 because you guys are going to watch the lecture videos, and if you have any questions about the lecture videos, please feel free to contact me on those. I do want to point out a couple of things on the ebook. I can get to it. There we go. The phase out ranges for the IRAs. These are, I refer to these in the videos, but these are the actual tables that I talk about. So for a Roth IRA, this is your phase out range. And then this for the traditional IRA is your phase out range. And I just kind of want to talk through it for a moment now that you have it in front of you to see. With a traditional IRA, it depends on whether you're an active plan participant or not, meaning that you have a plan through your work to participate in, and you're participating in it. So if you look at just these two, you see that for single head of household, if you're not a plan participant, then there is no phase out range. But if you do participate in a plan through work, then the phase out range starts at 63 and ends at 73. So if you make less than 63,000 as a single person, you can contribute the full amount. If you make over 73,000, you can't contribute anything. And if you're in between, then you have to do the calculation. For married filing joint, there's a couple of different ways. If you're both active participants, meaning you both have a job that you participate in a retirement plan, that's your phase out range. If you're both in, neither of you are in an active plan, then there is no phase out range. And then if one of you is and one of you isn't, so for example, if I was an active participant in a retirement plan, but my husband was not an active participant, I would be considered the active participant spouse, and you see that it has a lower range than my husband is allowed. And then my husband, being a non-active participant, has the higher range. So in looking at these numbers, these are joint AGI numbers. So we would combine our incomes to get a joint AGI. And then in looking at it, we go, okay, Erin can contribute to her IRA if the joint AGI is less than 101 or it's in this range. My husband has the higher range. He can contribute if it falls between these two. So I think there is an example in your attendance assignment. Yeah, here's one to work through. It tells you they're single, you figure their AGI, and he is covered by a qualified plan, so he is an active participant. So you have to calculate the maximum he can contribute. And then here's another one with Irene with her salary and dividend income, and contribute her max to a Roth IRA, regular and Roth. And they have two different charts. So make sure you're paying attention. Roth, traditional. And those are for the IRAs. The rest of this chapter talk about HSAs, health savings accounts, self-employed health insurance. If you're a Schedule C employee and you pay health insurance, you're allowed a deduction. IRAs, we don't cover 5-4. And then starting in 5-6, we talk about the Schedule A itemized deductions. So with the Schedule A,
Why I cannot see my picture?
pardon?
I didn't see my picture there.
Oh, you have to change the view to see yourself.
So where to go? Share screen?
No, you don't want to share the screen. You just have I can see you, so you're sharing your image. That's fine.
Okay.
But I do want to show you if I can get it. This is the Schedule A. So you'll see the Part 1 is your medical expenses that you calculate, and that's in one learning objective. Taxes is the next. Interest is the next category. Charitable contributions, casualty and theft losses, and then other itemized deductions. So each one of these within the bold lines is one of your learning objectives. And so for like medical expenses, you do the calculation, you pull the total over to the side. Taxes, you take your taxes for each type you're allowed, pull the total over. Same thing with interest, charity, casualty and theft, other. And then at the very bottom on line 17, you add the amounts in this far right column for lines 4 through 16. If this number at the bottom, there we go, 17, if that's larger than the amount you're allowed for a standard deduction, then you take the itemized. If this number is smaller than the amount that you are allowed for the standard deduction, you've done a whole lot of work for nothing. You have to do it so that you make sure that they take the greater of the two. But if this is smaller, you don't even worry about the Schedule A. You take the standard deduction. So that's the Schedule A. Any questions about anything that I can answer? Like I said, make sure you.
So I have one question about the. I saw there the one homework assignment due.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2 times submission.
Mm-hmm.
I submit 1 time, and other times I made the same exit. Then I couldn't open, which was due yesterday or today.
Which assignment was it?
Transition to virtual class scavenger hunter. I don't know which one that.
Yeah, that was. So you saved, and you can't. I don't think I had it set where you could save and exit it. I think you had to finish it in one sitting.
It was 2 times submission. That's why.
Yes, and so the second time when you went into it, it forces you to complete it. You can't save and exit it. So when you exit it, it submitted the grade automatically.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see.
So I did a mistake then. So.
Yeah, once the test is started, it must be completed in one sitting.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was due last night, and so you had to finish the test in one sitting. You had 2 attempts, but you have to finish it once you open it.
No, I today, but I went to bathroom. After that, I come back. I couldn't open.
Right. Any other questions about anything?
No.
Anybody else?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I will post a copy of this video. It will once I post it, it'll be under this folder down here at the bottom for you to look back on. And if you don't have anything else, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.